In today's video, we'll be talking about all the things I've been loving lately. If you're interested, then just keep watching. Hi, my name is Ayesha from simplyayesha.com. Here on YouTube, I make videos about fragrance, beauty, luxury, and lifestyle. If those are things you're interested in, please consider subscribing. And if you are a returning subscriber, hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So today's video, like I said, we'll be talking about all the things I've been loving lately. I do these videos monthly. They're basically like a monthly favorites video. And in them, I share with you my beauty, luxury, and lifestyle products that I have discovered or rediscovered over the past month or so. If you're only interested in fragrances, this is not the video for you. However, I would encourage you to go ahead and watch this video. You might find some other stuff that you're interested in. But if you're adamantly against that, no worries. The next video will be my fragrance counterpart to this video. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into these items. So as per usual, we're starting out with makeup. And the first makeup item that I have to share is from Dior, and this is the Forever Natural Nude Foundation. So I have mine in the shade 5N. It is the foundation that I'm wearing today. Before we really get into this foundation, I do want to say I tried to search for this on Dior's website the other day, and this shade was not available, but they had a lot of other shades. So I don't know if they're doing away with this shade. They have some darker shades available. They have lighter shades available, but they don't have this shade. So I was able to find it on like a gray market site, or maybe it was Ulta. I don't know. I found it on a site, but I did not find it on the Dior site. So if you know anything about that, definitely let us know. Anyway, I have been loving this foundation. This was sent to me maybe like a year or so ago. And at the time when it was sent to me, I liked it, but it was too dark for me and I didn't want to order another color. And so now that I keep getting darker because I keep going outside, I need darker foundations. I have another product that's going to kind of tie into that as well, but I keep like changing foundation colors because I keep getting darker. I'm all here for it though because I'm loving my little golden glow I've been having going on. So anyway, this is a foundation I'm wearing today, and I like this foundation because it is radiant, but it's not extremely greasy. I'm also able to set this without looking cakey. A lot of my foundations, I actually don't set with powder. I know some of y'all are cringing, but a lot of times whenever I set my face with powder, and this is something that's been happening for years. Like I've been doing my makeup for a long time, but a lot of times when I set my face with powder, I feel like I look too cakey. Even after spraying it with like a setting spray or moisturizing spray or something like that, I always feel like I look too done up. So a lot of times I do not set my face with powder, and if I do, I only set my T-zones. This one I'm actually able to set lightly with powder, and I feel like it still holds on to that radiance somewhat. So I've really been enjoying wearing this in this hot weather. This is probably the darkest foundation I currently own, so I don't know how long I'm going to be able to wear it, but right now I'm wearing it and enjoying it. I feel like it feels natural on the face. It gives me a natural looking coverage, but it also covers up stuff. So it's not just completely sheer like a tinted moisturizer. This actually covers some things up. So I've really been enjoying it. So again, that's the Dior Forever Natural Nude Foundation. The next item I have to share with you is a liquid bronzer, and this is from Iconic London. This is the sheer bronze in the shade Spice Tan. So obviously this is a liquid bronzer. I will squeeze just a tiny bit out so you can kind of see it a little bit better. I'm not gonna blend it out, but that's what it looks like unblended. So this is a liquid bronzer, and this has been working for me in two different ways. I have been able to use this as a liquid bronzer, just like around the contours of my face. And I've also mixed this in with foundation to make my foundation darker. So recently I went out of town, and while I was out of town, we were doing a lot of outdoor stuff, and one of the days we actually had a pool party. So then after the pool party, I go put on my foundation, and it looks way too light for me. I mean, I probably could have gotten away with it, but then I remember I had this. So I was able to kind of like wipe off like my forehead. I feel like whenever your foundation is not the right color, the places you see it most are here for me, because it gets gray because it's like darker, like I'm naturally darker in this area. So here is where I can notice it, and here is normally where I can notice it. So I was able to wipe off my foundation in the areas that you could really notice it, and then I mixed my foundation with this, came up with a different shade and was able to apply that, and I worked it out, y'all. I worked it out. But I thought at one point I was gonna have to like just be done with foundation, period. Like that whole rest of the trip. But then I remember that I brought this with me because I knew I might change colors, and yeah, it came in handy for that. So this is kind of one of those double duty products. And if you don't have a liquid bronzer in your collection, I would say definitely get one. It doesn't have to be this one. This is the one that I have currently. I really enjoy it, but just get a liquid bronzer, not a cream, because I feel like you can't really manipulate foundation shades with a cream bronzer, but you definitely can with a liquid bronzer. And this really came in clutch on vacation. So again, that is the Iconic London Sheer Bronze in the shade Spiced Tan. The next makeup item is a blush, and this is from NARS, and this is in the shade Obsession. So NARS recently reformulated their blushes, and now they are talc free, and this is one of the new shades they came out with the reformulation. So again, this is called Obsession. It's this kind of matte coral shade. It's not as bright as something like Exhibit A. To me, it really reminds me of Taj Mahal from NARS, but with more red in it and no shimmer. So I'm actually wearing it today because I knew I wanted to feature it. And I feel like for me, this is the kind of blush that I can wear every day. I tend to default to orange blushes. I feel like with my skin tone, an orange blush can go with anything. So I can wear it with pink lipstick, purple, whatever I want to wear it with. As long as you control like how much you're applying, I feel like it really works for an everyday blush for my skin tone. And so I've been wearing this a lot. I'm wearing it today. It's no shimmer in it, so I could pair this with highlighter if I want to, or if I'm just going for a very matte look, I could definitely do that as well. But I really just like this shade. Like, I've been a NARS blush lover for a long time, and I'm happy to have a new shade from them that I'm enjoying. I also like their new formula. I was a little bit worried that the new formula would not be as pigmented or as easy to blend in as the older formula. However, I feel like they perform the same. So again, that's the shade Obsession from NARS. This time around, I don't have any body care or skincare favorites. So my next category is my fashion type favorites. And the first one is going to be a handbag. And this is her, okay? Look at this, y'all. It's so cute. It's like a martini glass, but it's actually a little purse. And no, it doesn't fit very much, okay? But it fits the bare minimum. My friend actually gifted this to me on her birthday. So my friend had a birthday celebration, and I traveled to be with her, and she gave us goodie bags. And in my goodie bag was this, because she knows I'm a handbag lover. She knows I love a good cocktail. And she said when she saw this, she knew she just had to get it for me. So thank you, friend, if you're watching, but I love it. It's so cute. I wore it out while we were out of town. I think I wore it to like a champagne bar, and it was such a vibe. I got so many compliments on it. I don't know exactly where she got this from, but I do know that there are lots of versions of this bag out, and I can link to one. I'll try to link to the least expensive one I can find. This is actually inspired by a Judith Lieber bag, I believe. That's like, I want to say it's like $5,000. That's not this one, okay? But I love it. It is so cute, and it makes it even more special that it's from her. Now, obviously, this is not a bag I'm going to carry on the regular. Like I said, it's impractical. I was able to fit like a couple cards, so I fit like my ID, my credit card, and I think a lip gloss. Oh, and a travel perfume in here. Priorities, okay? So this is not a bag I will carry when I'm driving, because obviously my keys, I probably could put my key fob in here if I took it out of what it's in, but other than that, like, I probably wouldn't carry this if I'm driving. This is a bag where I'm the passenger princess, or I'm in the back seat of an Uber or whatever. But I love it. It's so cute. It's such a statement maker, and it's really special because it came from my friend. So definitely wanted to share that. Now, if you watch my vlogs, you probably already know what this next handbag is going to be, but it is my new Fendi Peekaboo Mini. This is in the shade Sunflower, so it's black, and it has this kind of yellow trim around the F's on the front and the back, and then the interior is yellow. I did carry this with me out of town, and I absolutely loved it, and I carried it since then, and I just am like obsessed with this bag, y'all. So obsessed that I've been looking at other peekaboos. I'm not getting one. But I have been looking, but I'm practicing willpower. I won't be getting another peekaboo anytime soon, but maybe let's say like 6 months to a year in the future. I don't know, holla at me, but I love this bag. It's small but not like too small. So it fits a good amount of stuff. Like I said, I carried this out of town. I carried it in the airport. I was able to fit like all my daily essentials in here, including my vlog camera in here, which is not a daily essential, but I felt like it fit enough, but it doesn't look so big and bulky. And again, this is in the mini size. So this is the size that I think is probably the perfect size for me. I have another peekaboo that is, I think, in the micro or nano size. And honestly, that bag is more like a novelty bag. That's a no driving bag as well, you know, but I love that one too, but it's just like a bag that I carry every now and again. This one to me is a full bag, but it's not so big and bulky. And I actually did crossbody this and it worked well for that. And I carried it handheld, it worked well for that. And it has a metal handle. Not all peekaboos have a metal handle, but this one does. And it actually was quite comfortable, like kind of carrying like this too, if I needed to, like just carry it like that shortly. I don't really prefer to carry it like that, but there were times where I needed to use my hands and I just put it like that for quick use. But thoroughly enjoyed this bag, and I'm so happy that I have it in my collection. The next items that I have are food related, and these are 2 drinks. So these are some French sodas. I picked these up from World Market. I think I can link to them. If I can, check out the description box below. But this one is pear cardamom is the flavor. And then this other one is strawberry basil as the flavor. And I love both of these. I picked these up because I was having a gathering at my house and I was trying to come up with my own cocktail for this gathering, which I did. But I picked these up because of that. And I ended up tasting them and really enjoying them. So I am not a big soda drinker. I like soda, but it's a ton of sugar, not good for you. So I don't drink soda very often. I probably drink it maybe once a month, once every 2 months or something like that. However, something like this I don't feel as guilty about because all of the ingredients I can pronounce, okay? There's not many ingredients. I think there's about 6 ingredients if I remember correctly. And these are low in calories compared to regular soda. So for instance, this strawberry basil one, it says there's 2 servings per container, meaning this whole thing is 2 servings, right? And if you drink the whole thing, it's 230 calories, which, I mean, I wouldn't drink the whole thing. When I've been drinking like a little bit at a time. You can see how much is left in this bottle, and that's probably what I drink at a time. But of course, this is not like a diet drink or anything like that. So it has sugar and stuff in it. It's natural sugar, but it's still sugar in it. So it's not like a healthy drink, but it's also not as bad as like a regular soda. I'm not a big juice drinker either. So for me, I'm usually drinking either water, wine, or coffee. So when I want something that's in between, something like this would really work out well, and it's very refreshing. So I could definitely see myself drinking this on pool days or something like that. So I definitely wanted to mention them. I think they're around $5 if I remember correctly, but I'll link them in the description box below. Next up is a super random item, and this is my new jewelry cleaner. So this is an ultrasonic jewelry cleaner. I have wanted one of these probably since I really started getting back into jewelry. So I would say maybe a year. I don't know why I've never actually purchased one because they're not that expensive, but I always felt like, are you doing the most, Ayesha? You can use one of them basic jewelry cleaners. But I ended up picking this up during Amazon Prime Day, or maybe a little bit before Prime. I don't know. It was on sale and I really wanted it. And so I picked this up. And if you've never seen one of these, this lid lifts up, has a basket in there, and then that's where your jewelry will go. You can put your jewelry in the basket, put it in here. You can use just regular water with this, or you can add a solution with it, or you can add like dishwashing soap, which is what I did, dish detergent in it. But I have tried this a couple different ways. So I've tried it with just plain water, and it still cleaned my jewelry pretty well, except for the stuff that was really soiled. So like I had like some earrings that I hadn't taken out in probably like 2 months. So those needed more than just water. But I was able to use dish detergent in this, and then you just press the button and it does its job, and the dirt literally like falls off. Now this is not recommended for jewelry that has porous stones, I believe. So I do have like one bracelet that has malachite in it. I'm a little bit scared to use that in here because I know malachite is not really supposed to get wet. So if you have any tips on how to clean malachite, let me know. But other than that, I feel like this is really good for all kinds of jewelry. Like I used this on stuff that was not real gold, okay? Popped it in there. It was fine. It was absolutely fine. And it's not like I don't really know how it works, but it's not like it's shaking it around and all that. I don't know how it works, but it works, y'all. Even with plain water. So I'm really happy to have this. I'm hoping it lasts me a long time because it makes it so much easier to clean my jewelry because I don't have to fiddle with all these solutions. I hate putting my fingers and hands in these different types of jewelry solutions. I don't know if that bothers y'all, but I really dislike cleaning my jewelry that way, but I do like to keep my jewelry clean. So this is just something that for me is easier because I can do it with plain water, especially for like my everyday stuff. So like my ring, I popped in there without any cleaner because it wasn't that dirty, and it was perfect. Like it was perfectly fine. So really happy to have this. Let me know if y'all have tried one of these. What do you think of it? Do you think it works well? And then my last 3 items are all entertainment based, and this first one is a book. This one is called The Whispers, and it's by the author Ashley Audrain. So I listened to this one on Audible, and y'all, it was so good. It started out slow, I'm not gonna lie. It started out slow, and at the same time I was reading another book, and so I kind of wasn't really into it, but probably about halfway through, this book got super good. Like I could not put it down or take it out of my ear. It was so good. So it's about this neighborhood full of secrets, basically. So it kind of centers around one person, but then you kind of learn all the secrets of the neighborhood and all the bad dealings that they're having. I don't want to tell y'all what it's about, but I will say that it could be triggering for some of you all if you are sensitive to mentions of child loss in this book. So if that is something that you cannot handle, you probably do not want to read this. But I thought it was really interesting, and I would highly recommend it if you're looking for something different to read. The next 2 items I have are TV shows, and this first one is called Presumed Innocent, and this was on Apple TV. It's a short series or a mini series or whatever they call it, but it stars Jake Gyllenhaal. I think that's how you pronounce it. Is it Gyllenhaal? I don't know. One of those. It stars him. It is so good, y'all. It is so good. So with Apple TV, all the episodes are out now, but initially whenever Apple TV releases shows, they do it like 1 show a week. They don't release everything like Netflix. So 1 show a week. I was like on pins and needles waiting for the next episode. It was so good, y'all. So if you have not watched the show and you like any type of like lawyer type drama, check it out. Even if you don't like that kind of stuff, because I don't really feel like it was lawyer drama. It's more like suspense. I feel like if you like any type of suspense, definitely check out Presumed Innocent on Apple TV. And then the last favorite is another TV show, and this one is called Man and Fool, and it was on Netflix. Now, I will admit, this was not as good as Presumed Innocent, but it was still pretty good. It is about a man who's an ex-football player, has all this money, but then it comes out that he owes the bank a lot of money. I'm not giving away any spoilers because that's literally within like the first 5 minutes of the show you'll find that out. So he owes the bank a lot of money, and it goes through like all these different things he's trying to do to get out of it. And of course it involves the other people in his life. And although it's not the main plot of the show, within this show, there is an incident where a black man gets arrested for assaulting a cop. And yeah, so that storyline is very interesting as well. So if you're worried about that portion being too graphic, it is not too graphic. It's just enough. And then this show is set in Atlanta, Georgia. So I would say if that sounds somewhat interesting to you, definitely check it out. It's another mini series, so I think it was maybe like 6 or 8 episodes, but it was really well done and I really enjoyed it. So those were the things I've been loving lately. If you've tried any of these items, let me know what you think of it in the comment section below. Also, let me know what was one thing you have been loving over the past month, whether it's new or a rediscovery or an experience. Let us know in the comments so we can all join in on the conversation. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. If you like these kinds of videos, make sure you check out my website. It's www.simplyayesha.com. Over there, I do talk about a variety of things, so definitely get on my email list over there. If you want to connect with me more, make sure you follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I will leave all my links for my social media and my website, along with the links for all the products that I mentioned in the description box below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.